Welcome to Game and Gab. We are starting off our chill stream with yawns because that's how chill we are. And we right now I'm gonna do Baldur's Gate, and I decided if in order to be able to you know, interact with the chat while multitasking on the game, I realized I should probably do, oh my gosh, I should probably do a game that I'm like more towards the beginning than the game that I have active, like the save that that where I haven't gotten far. Uh,
Mm.
or I don't know if I said that correctly. But anyway, the
I
one
got I
where
got your gist that you're saying where you're at the lower levels where you're not gonna have to pay as close attention to the game, and
right,
you can
exactly.
you can listen a little more closely to the gab than you have to do
Exactly.
with your higher level characters.
Right. Because there's a lot of talking in Baldur's Gate, and you know, you kind of got to pay attention if uh if you're gonna do the right choice. But that
Hmm.
being said, as far as well, this is bad, sorry. As far as choices go, it our choices are going to be decided by our audience and guests. So, that's also a benefit of having a newer game, because you know,
It's gonna be
we
like
can
a live action choose your own adventure novel starring Viclet.
and Miss Non Sequitur. So,
Ah, well, no, I'm the backup. I am your oh, what is it called? Sidekick. That's it.
nah, you're my co-host. You're the best co-host. And
But
I'm
that
gonna go
does
ahead.
sound like fun. I've been rewatching the Star Trek series as I mentioned to you, and the holodeck just it captures my imagination. I want it so bad.
Same. Those are my favorite episodes. The ones with the holodeck.
Right?
I especially like the ones where they explore how, what's what I'm looking for, how complex the holodeck characters can get. Like, you know,
Yes.
uh,
Like
some
I'm in Voyager
self-awareness.
now, and
Yeah.
Harry fell in love with a holodeck character, which they ended up realizing was actually another being who had projected themselves into the holodeck as a holodeck character to meet them. But then I'm also like beyond that, that one was a really good one because
Hmm.
it really kind of talked a bit about somebody falling in love with like a fake person, which feels a lot more um, relevant, honestly, today than it probably did at the time, frankly.
Yeah.
But but then the most recent episode I was watching was the one where Da Vinci, Janeway's program of Da Vinci Studio. Da Vinci ended up getting the doctor's um it's like a device where he can
Oh, yeah, the
I don't
thing
know.
that lets him move, like he's more
Yeah,
mobile.
go anywhere. It's like a travel emitter or something where it it
It's
emits
a
him.
mobile hollow emitter.
Yes, exactly. Your memory. I don't even know how you do that, but yes. And so Da Vinci got that, and he ended up helping, a bad guy, because he was like, this bad guy. I mean, like, he didn't know he was a bad guy, but he's like, this guy, this prince in his idea, is funding me entirely, is letting me just run with my ideas, and it,
Hmm.
Voyager was really, really good for exploring the difference between the AI in the 25th century. The
Hmm.
25th? Yeah, I think the 25th century. Or is it the 24th? I can't remember. Was it the 24th or the 25th?
Uh, really far in the future.
Yeah.
I
Anyway,
felt Voyager really fell off with, or really missed itself by not actually having a through line, though.
you'll have
Like,
to explain.
so there's like that one stretch. It's one of the worst episodes where it's like the two-part things where it's the year of hell.
Oh my God, I just skipped those. They were
Okay,
so bad. I literally just skipped those two episodes.
that's fair. Now, mind you, though, those those two episodes were bad because they encapsulated in a very shrunken down, like they took what the entire season should have been and stuck it into two episodes. Voyager is far, far away from the Federation and any support, and yet every new episode, somehow the ship is magically in tip-top shape. It,
Yeah, yeah,
it, we should
that is a little
feel it.
bothersome.
We should feel it. Like, I'm not saying, and then there's
No, and I hear what you're saying. I truly do.
it,
I'm
that's the only
I'm
thing.
literally madly in love with Janeway. Like, I literally want to have her babies. So, sometimes
Even her reptile
I have a
babies?
little bit, well, whatever kind of baby she wants to have, honestly. I think she likes dogs. I'd be cool with that. Oh, hold on. Ginger alert. Right back.
And she likes Borg.
Okay, so Jurgle. Can I read it?
Description is in a language unknown to you.
Unknown to me. Interesting. So, something I've never done was try and like set these skeletons on fire and see what happens before they rise. Because, there's a trap where you hit the button.
I see.
So I was wondering what would happen if I just threw fire at it. But I do want to get stuff before I do that, just in case it triggers the trap anyway.
Is it bad that I always kind of wanted to do one of those where the obvious trap is a trap, but not for who you think?
I don't think I understand.
Like, so
What's next, I wonder?
I'm not looking at the thing yet. I'm trying to find where there's the Hangout stream. Okay. Or, what? You need to click.
Yeah,
I'm
watch
trying
the
to get
game
to
on
your
YouTube.
stream.
It works better that way, if you
Yeah.
can. I can't do it on my phone, so I'm not watching the game today, but
Is it not on? Oh, the linky is not
No, because
on it.
when she streams it to Discord too, things get all choppy and like Vic gets all robot-y and it just doesn't work very well.
Yeah, no, I was just looking for the live stream.
As the lock
It's
opens, a
not.
loose page comes with it.
Oh, yeah, it's in
Magic pulses from the parchment. What was once
well, you're
script
here
is now
already.
an obliterated
Oh, you mean on
scrawl.
YouTube. Sorry.
You have
On
a
YouTube,
sense
I'm
that
yes.
there
sorry.
I,
It's
I
been a
was
remains
trying
very
to get
long
over to
day.
you.
but of
I
what?
got up at 7 this morning, even though Iris wasn't home yet, because I wanted to catch um a yard sale that had a chair, a
Gods.
recliner
These
for
are the names of
$15 that I was
gods,
interested
once
in.
lost but now
But then I got
restored after
there
the
and
Second
I tried to
Sundering.
put it in my
The
car,
last
and
three names in this book sit
apparently I
close together,
chronically
but are so
overestimate
devastated by the
the
scrawl as to
capacity of my
be
car
unreadable.
because there was no way it was going to
Entire
fit in there.
pantheons have dwindled and been reborn,
I apparently
silently recorded by this book.
overestimated Amazon's ability to deliver things before Labor Day or before Memorial Day. I I was trying to get a roof rack going on my car, and they just went, "Oh yeah, that thing we were supposed to deliver by an hour ago, yeah,
Yeah.
it's not gonna show up for 5 more days."
See, and if you happen to pay more to get it quick, too bad for you. We're not refunding your money.
Yeah,
It does
yeah.
suck. Yeah.
I don't know if I did. I think I just paid standard, but like. The irony is that I ordered it the 15th. It originally said it was going to show up the 27th. And then all of a sudden it was showing up like the 20. Let me look. The 22nd? Or the
Mhm.
21st? Yeah, it was the 21st. It was going to be Wednesday. And I was like, oh wow, I'm getting it way earlier than I thought, and then all of a sudden it's like, yes,
Never mind.
never mind, it's now showing up the 29th. And I'm like,
Hmm.
what? And
It's amazing how little guaranteed actually means to companies.
I mean, the thing that frustrates me the most is that according to them, it's in the same city as me as of the 24th at 4:17 a.m. And I
Oh, I
really
hate it.
just want to call them and say, can I just ram down the gates at UPS and take my fucking box, please? Because, like,
What's in the box?
I don't
Yeah,
want to wait.
That was
I recently had something that was shipping from, of course, from China, and it got through customs, and
I'll
it
give it
was
now.
in a town 20 minutes away from me for
A cup of keys
10
should do it.
days, according to the tracking. You know, who knows if how accurate that is, but according to the tracking, it was sitting there, just sitting there for 10 days. Drove me nuts.
I mean, honestly, like, this is only in Ontario. Like, that's where it came from, was Ontario. And I'm like, at
Oh,
this
well, you're
rate,
in the frozen wastes of Canada. I mean, don't you guys still use like horses and buggies there?
it's true.
well, I'm not in
Wonder what it's
Ontario. I'm
worth.
saying it was coming from Ontario.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well,
Remnant.
So
then that's
It
different.
is heavy
Yeah.
armor.
I'm like,
Send the ways up first. Let's see.
Not that I wouldn't trade Trump for horses and buggies, the horses and buggies of frozen Canada. I would.
that actually sounds like a great idea. Let us sacrifice him to the Great North and get some horses.
Let's see. Is this better than what she has? Probably not. Not this really. Yeah, I didn't think so. What
At least,
about?
then
Yes,
you
the
have
horse
something to do with.
president. Yeah, definitely way better than Trump.
And
President Horse.
and you know, I bet President Horse would know what dewormer was for.
The air is ripe with magic.
And President
Although,
Horse would definitely obey, the dictates of
Not as bad as it could have.
the, Supreme Court and whatnot. But we're not talking about that tonight because this is Chill Gavin Game. I always do that. Every Monday, I'm like, I start talking about things. And I'm
I
like,
mean, that's kind of
no,
what we're here
Aaron,
for.
naughty, naughty, naughty.
I
And
mean,
what we're
Yeah, but
some
not
Vic
like
says it's okay, but
sad
like,
things. Fun
it
things.
never feels like the right thing to do here.
Okay, so here's what
Yeah.
I'm gonna do. What's this?
You're gonna fight me?
What's this? What's this?
Ooh. Is there going to be Jello and or coconut oil involved?
I don't know.
Mud,
I
perhaps?
was responding to Vic, and now it
Sparkly bikinis.
completely changed tone from how I meant it, and I feel awkward and nervous.
Oh. Oh, my imagination shouldn't scare you. I'm nowhere near you. My imagination can't hurt you.
Indolence breeds
Uh,
weakness.
I mean, that's what they told me about Trump.
Ooh, did you just compare my imagination to Trump? I might be insulted.
I'm just saying, they told me
I
not
mean, it's
to
an
worry.
excellent point. That's why it's insulting.
They told me not to worry before, and I feel like if they had listened to me about worrying,
I'm gonna stand here.
So you're
and
saying
now,
that we should worry about my imagination.
yeah, I
That
possible.
that might not be a bad idea.
Seek and you shall find me. If I
You
must.
see, you know what my imagination did earlier?
Hmm.
It concocted a story about how. Okay, uh, quick backstory. I got my kid a swing set for her 5th birthday, and she saw it today for
Let's
the
get on
first
with it.
time. And she came in before, like, sometime before bedtime, but after the time when we came in for the evening,
Unseen as
and
it
told me that
stood.
she was afraid monsters were going to come and take it away. And I said, don't worry, it's covered in
Still
kid
breathing,
stink.
despite everything.
She says, what? And I said, mean monsters hate the smell of children.
Can't
And you and
avoid
your
any
friends were all
mistakes.
over that swing set. So it stinks of
Nothing
kids.
stopped me yet.
Mean monsters won't want to go anywhere near that because to them, kids smell like poo
If
poo.
everyone else minds their business, I'll be fine.
That's fair. And no,
I need to concentrate.
no hate and offense to your as I must remember, amazingly artistic children.
They are.
I side with the monsters here. Absolutely stinky
Oh,
children.
hey, you know what? It came from truth. It came from a place of honesty. They do stink.
Ooh.
What?
The small ones stink like poo poo, and the teenage ones stink worse. But
And
don't tell my kids that,
Target cannot
and then I
be
told
hit.
that
because I'm
we
supposed to be one of the
Shit.
nice monsters, you see, that don't
um
think kids are stinky.
Oh, what's this?
see now I'm just
Armrest.
going back to when I thought that Christian rock was good, and I'm hearing good monsters in my head.
I'll have to look that one up.
Well, they don't have anything that can catch fire. I have caustic gold.
It's by Jars of Clay.
I recognize the name of the group. Yes. Though
It
to
did
be
nothing.
fair, I do
Okay. It was
I
worth a
do
shot.
make sure that my small one knows that this is just imagination. We're just making up stories in our heads and it's all imagination. Mommy doesn't believe in monsters or ghosts or anything like that. These are just fun stories we make up in our head.
Hold on. Are you saying that you don't believe that I am a duck phoenix who generally prefers to show up as either a mallard or a wood duck? Mostly the wood duck
Oh,
now,
oh
because
no,
like,
no, no, no.
have you
I
seen
said
that
I don't.
frill?
Yeah, but I said I don't believe in fake things.
Ah,
So
okay,
obviously
yeah,
I believe, in all of that. I said I just don't
yeah,
believe in,
yeah,
the not real things.
yeah. You totally believe in the totally real duck phoenix that I am. Yep.
Obviously,
What's that?
I mean, who would question that? The entire world doesn't make sense. I mean, look at the trees, for God's sake.
I'm still trying to get somebody to actually engage with my argument that the trees are in fact a what, why can't I think of the term?
Knees are starting to
Come now, brain. Um
I feel you right now, by the
uh
way. I have been where you are right now.
I'm there often because of ADHD. Words, they exist sometimes, but other times,
Sometimes they do, but for neurospicy people, sometimes they just don't. Actually,
yeah. Let me think. What Nessie and
cryptid.
Sweeter than a whisper.
yeah, cryptids. So it is my contention that the trees the Christians are talking about when they say look at the trees must be a cryptid.
Ah, now that's a thought. I'll have to ask the next one that uses that argument.
I mean,
Because it truly is shocking how often they used it, considering how silly it is.
Something just woke up.
I mean, I've tried to get both Bree and Dave to engage with my argument. And they, and admittedly, my argument is that they must be cryptids without any, further explanation, so.
Yeah, you might need to flesh out their backstory a bit before you can
Yeah,
convince anyone for
like,
real. I mean, Doug, uh, Doug has a
hey,
whole,
Doug?
whole colorful backstory and a family.
Oh, fair.
Oh, hold on. Pause for a
Like,
minute for me.
This is your end.
Nice. All right. What have I got? What can I do? Use that for that. So you're done. But before
visit, not a cat burglar.
Secrecy
Oh.
above all.
Also, hello, fellow cultists. Yep.
What can I hit?
So I dropped a picture in the
Andrew.
chat of the
Andrew
bow
has
that I had put on the swing set before Iris saw it.
Huh.
I put it up over her door afterwards.
That is magnificent. I
Let's make this
uh
quick.
if you'll excuse me, I just have to shiny. Yep.
Yeah. Her
But
favorite color is blue, so I got metallic blue. It's a really nice, deep, beautiful color of blue, isn't it?
Why am I doing this?
it is, and yes. I I like how many shades it manages to have as well.
Oh,
Like
no,
Well, I
just
just
that's
based on how the light is hitting it.
right, yeah. I wanted to put something on her on the swing set to really make it. It's 2 weeks early because we decided to do it early so that she would have it for just all summer long.
Hmm.
But I really wanted her to realize that it was a birthday present. So I decided an enormous bow would really convey that message.
do that too.
Torment.
Sorry, that was just the most exciting thing that happened to me today. It was so fun to see her so excited. She said she literally said, "Mom, this is so amazing."
Could you
I know she got
explain
it.
what you mean, Andrew? Sorry. It's not like
Oops. YouTube chat?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's
Andrew
asking if that's how skills work in Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh,
and
well then yes. You guys talk about the game. Like I said, I'm not able to watch right now, so
I just need
Yeah.
a little like how
He
using skills like search works in BG3. Specifically because I mean different skills work different ways, and there's your passive search, which you just walk by something and it just like passively rolls if you're near it. And there's active search, uh which you hold. In my case, I'm using a controller. You press and hold X for a little area around you.
On my way.
Andrew also brought up the point earlier that ew, we were talking about the wrong animal. Is not horses. It's Canada, and therefore we should have been talking about moose and reindeer.
True.
I also, damn it, did I still never message him about
Yeah.
uh, watching that movie and clipping that for me? Let me just go see if I even have this shaken fist. I did ask for that clip. Have you ever watched the movie Canadian Bacon?
I do have to say, for, any and all Canadian friends, if you're looking for a green card wife, I am available. Just in case.
Like if they want to move to
No, no,
America.
no, 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 no. The opposite way. I want the green card, the
Okay.
Canada version of the green card.
Okay.
I mean, why would anybody want to move here right now? What a ridiculous notion. Well, I mean, some people do,
I just
actually.
wanted to make sure we clarified because
But nobody from Canada would want to move here.
Yeah, like
At
I've
least I
had
hope not.
people.
I would definitely question. I would question some things about them if they did.
I mean, honestly, I was talking to a woman from Ukraine, and she, you know,
Don't tell, it's really only one.
Fair. Fair.
wanted to move here and offered that same deal to me.
Yeah.
And
No,
I
that's
said,
actually really fair. Before I bought
uh,
my house, I lived in this high rise in a suburb of DC, and I swear there were so many Ukrainian families living there that had moved in, since the war started. And they were well, I mean, it was a high rise apartment. It was kind of it was middle class but semi bougie, So, but yeah, it was there was a fairly large contingent of Ukrainian refugees, though that term seems weird to use for them since they were
Yeah,
fine. But
I knew coffee
yeah,
would be
I mean,
that is still what they were. They were escaping an unsafe place and coming to a safer place. So that is what they were.
ow.
now
Why you gotta be so rude?
And
is
now we're back on politics again.
well,
And it's
I'm,
hard these days to stay off
I
them, isn't
mean,
it?
yeah, it's kind of everything is politics anymore, so um
We could talk
but
about
but
circumcision. We spent like hours talking about circumcision this morning on the morning show, the Daily Atheist morning show.
I don't know what there's to talk about. Like, um, I don't, I don't get to recall a time where I wasn't. So
Yeah, bitch.
Yeah.
um,
If I'd ever had a boy baby, I wouldn't have, but then again, if I had to do it over again, I had babies who were both assigned female at birth, and I got their ears pierced, both of them at about 6 months. And if I had to do that over again, I wouldn't, because I've kind of changed my thoughts about the consent situation.
that makes sense. But want to say two things on two different things that we're blowing into here. A
Is the reason for my name.
one day I kind of uh mentioned my circumcision, like asking my parents about it, and apparently neither of them realized. Like,
Well, until relatively recently, it wasn't even a question. Remind me how old you are approximately. You don't have to tell me the exact age, but
I'm 34.
okay. So at around the time when your parents had you, probably that was really, I mean, I'm 9 years older than you, and it was really kind of new among my age of parents to just even start wondering whether or not you should or not. Like before that in America, it was just a given. I don't even think it was, I mean, like, you could always opt out, but it was an opt out thing rather than an opt in thing. And
yeah.
I think around the time that I was a teenager, it started being something that insurance didn't cover, what most insurances didn't cover 100% of, and became more of an opt-in procedure, and people seem to start questioning it. And when I got pregnant the first time, well, actually the first time I was certain I was having a girl. I mean, like, there was no question in my mind, but then I miscarried. And then the second time I got pregnant, I didn't know for sure, and we talked about it, me and my husband, and I knew. I had very strong feelings about it. But
Eager for battle.
I was willing, if my husband had felt really, really strongly about, this is gonna sound so stupid though. I mean, like, from my perspective now, it seems like a really stupid argument, but at the time, it seemed like a reasonable one. Like, I felt like if my husband really felt strongly about not wanting to have a different looking set of junk than our
Uh-huh.
kid, I would be like, okay, boy kid, boy parent, I'll kind of defer.
Hmm.
By the time I had my
Okay.
second kid, which was 11 years later, if my second kid had been a boy, I would not have budged. It would just have been a straight no. I'm like, I don't care. There is no way you're doing that to a baby. We can teach them how to clean it properly. That's not a big deal. But I think the appearance thing is what ends up still making a lot of parents still choose it today. That the dads don't want their sons to be all like, why does mine look different than yours?
Well, so I found it. Oh, hey, here, I'll invite you. I thought you could come up.
Not anymore, no.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, hi.
Hello.
Sorry, I haven't been
I would
paying
have liked to
attention,
hide one
or I
foot
would have
off
brought you up
this.
as soon as I saw.
No, you're saying important smart things, therefore you don't need to pay attention.
We're saying important smart things. Oh,
Important smart
Well,
things,
I
yes.
I was saying that
wow.
little boys, you know, junk shouldn't be mutilated. That's kind of important and smart, I think.
That's true. Um,
I would agree, yeah. Wait, what are we talking about?
uh,
Circumcision at the moment, but we can change the subject
Oh,
because
yeah,
I'm just weird.
y'all keep talking about
You
that.
you
I'm
really
not
never
gonna
know what you're gonna get when Aaron's in the chat. You just really
what?
never know what you're gonna get.
y'all can keep talking about that, but I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
Uh,
I mean, I think you're right. I think we kind of have exhausted the subject at this point, though.
Oh,
We
really?
all agree,
Yar, Yar.
more or less.
Well, you all
Now I'm
agree.
trying to remember the other things that I was going to sequitur back to.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. ADHD?
So the Ukrainian who was
Ah,
talking
yes.
about, coming to America to, be uh
Green card wife.
my green card wife. I counter struck her a little bit, and I was like, you said you are in Switzerland studying to be a nurse.
Mm.
Can I be your green card husband?
Right?
Like, no, 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 no. Let's be intelligent here. I would
You're in a better
much
place
rather
than
be.
I am right now.
And they're not going to throw you out. You're going to be a nurse. They're not getting rid of you. Like, um, but then like, yeah, I do want to bring it back to my original question. Has anybody seen the movie?
Oh,
Canadian.
yeah. No.
Ah, okay. You should watch it. It's an old John Candy movie.
Oh, okay. I I can't handle John Candy.
Oh,
No,
bummer.
well, it's strange to explain. He and Chris Farley both have this desperation that I cannot not see.
So he has spoken,
Mm.
and so thou standest before me.
It's like they felt like they had to be funny or they were,
What a curious way
I don't
to
know.
wake.
It just, they always seemed so.
Now, I have a question for thee. What is the worth
John
of
Uh,
Candy less than
mortal's
Chris
life?
Farley, but there's this, I don't know. Certain
I
comedians have this quality that I find distressing because I recognize it too closely.
they're trying too hard instead of.
Well, it's not even quite that
I
because
am not the same as
I mean their
some
comedy doesn't hit
stars
for
say.
me,
If
but
that
it
is what
clearly
thou
hits for a lot of
askest,
people. So,
wilt thou
Well,
answer my
but
question?
yes, sort of.
well, I mean, there is something to be
So
said for like
I ask
Chris
again,
Farley
what
especially.
is the
One
worth
of
of
the
a single
things
mortal
that
life?
hits with people about Chris Farley is that he's going so far over the top, reaching so hard, and generally trying to do like 3 or 4 bits at the same time. He
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 always
he is a little too manic about it, and
it's it's the stress behind it. There's just this I can never look at his comedy and not see this
that's that yeah.
It is
Now,
this
have you ever seen like
desperation
just the
any?
to be
same.
loved for whatever
Very
reason.
well.
Have you ever seen any
I
of
am
John
satisfied.
Candy's actual movies, or
We have
uh
met and
Oh,
generally
yeah,
parted
no, I've watched a
ways.
ton of them.
We will
Okay,
see
okay, that's
each other
fair.
again
No,
at the
and
proper
he
time
definitely
and
less so
place.
than Chris Farley, but there's an
Farewell.
element of that same. I mean, Chris Farley is like the epitome of what I'm talking about.
Okay,
John
all right.
Candy had an element of that. And
Yeah.
I actually have enjoyed several of his movies. So maybe I should give Canadian Bacon a try too.
Uh, the the two that I like of Candies are Uncle Buck and That one, he's
Ooh, I've seen
what?
that one. Did not like that one.
Okay.
I felt
Uh,
so sad for his character. Why did it take them so long? He just he just wanted to be loved.
I mean, I feel a kinship with Uncle Buck, which is weird to
We have nothing
say
more to
when you
discuss. I have
consider
to
that I was
tend
like
this
9 when
place
I
like a
watched the movie, and I
small
already
Uh,
felt like a kinship with this.
The mechanics of fate
Yeah,
would
he
be
was
difficult to
probably
explain
my
to
age
one so
now in that
specific.
movie.
yeah,
Regardless,
yeah.
it will
It,
occur.
maybe even that's part of it. Why I don't like why I tend not to like John Candy movies, because he does tend to play
We
these
have nothing more
characters
I must
who
attend
in
this
many
place
ways
after
seem to
so
be
many years
disliked
away.
for no real
We will see
hardcore
each other.
reason
The
other than that they
mechanics of
just
regardless.
are too much. They want too much. They feel too much. They
Um,
exude too much.
Canadian Bacon bucks that trend. The
Yeah.
entire movie, yeah, John Candy and his friends, including like, uh, I think she's the poofy haired woman from like the Cheers, show.
What's her name? The blonde or the
No,
brunette?
the brunette. I think she's in it, but I would have to go
The
look things
tiny
up.
brunette or the tall brunette?
The tiny one, the like
Oh,
the
yes, I bet
short
she
one
would be
who
in it. Yes, yes,
is
yes, yes. I'm still blanking on her name, but I know exactly. She's married to Danny DeVito. DeVi Danny DeVici. Danny
Danny
De
DeVito.
DeVito.
There you go. I knew.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shit.
Uh,
Brain doesn't brain sometimes.
Dude, how are you the fake mom here? I feel like I should be I should be making sure you're okay. Goodness.
No,
Uh,
I'm fine. I just
how many brain cells have you killed lately? Just questioning.
it's not that
lately
any of
not
them
that
are
many.
dead. It's that they're not connected by a bridge. They're
Oh,
separate islands in a storm.
Now,
yeah.
child, stop
Yeah.
making fun of your poor mommy.
Get me out.
I'm not
No, I
making
don't.
fun of you. I'm talking about
No,
myself.
no, 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 not you, not you.
Hmm.
Brigham, Brigham and I tease each other because we grew up in similar, well, not similar, very similar, but kind of similar cultures.
Mhm.
And I'm enough older than him to, well, easily be his mom and honestly almost be able to be his grandma. So I call him fake son and he calls me fake mom. And
Honestly,
whenever he teases me, I tell him he
dude,
shouldn't be teasing his
Oh,
This
mom.
wasn't built for the
dude,
living.
given
oh,
the way marriages worked in our culture, you could
in
easily be my
that
great
way,
grandmother. Let's be
Case.
real.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you want to
In
think
that
about it
case,
that way, all sorts of weird things could have happened.
Oh,
Brigham,
oh, we know
as
we
our
could be
parents
related. Let's
get
be real.
older, we start having to take care of them. Now, that's not likely to happen in our generation because they fucked us, but,
Oops.
that's what it's
I didn't mean to do
supposed
that.
to work out as.
Virgo.
So, there's going to be a large aspect of, I'm sorry, I can't take care of you. I had to
Oh
deal
yeah.
with having the same minimum wage as you had when you were my age and inflation kept happening.
Well,
And
I
despite
mean,
how hard we asked, no
us
one wanted
millennials,
to.
yeah, many of our parents, prospered from the very different economy that they were coming up in. And so, not all of them need our help. I'm in a very lucky situation.
Oh,
My dad left my mom very comfortable. So, I don't need to worry about my mom, but I know there are lots of millennials who, I mean, every generation before has been able to take care of their parents, and ours cannot because we have not been able to
Whatever comes, I'll be okay.
um
Have a lot on my mind.
Yeah,
And, well,
I'm
in it.
become
kind of.
comfortable.
I mean,
Like,
I don't even know. Like, I'll. I don't even know if I'll be able to have a roof over my head. So that'll be cool.
oh, well, that's unfortunately, there is a reason the homeless population is growing every
Yeah.
freaking year lately.
Hey, I just want to remind everybody about Hoover cities and Hoover flags, and invite them that when we get there, we can all move to the same spot.
Sounds a little culty.
Oh, come
Culty, now we're
on.
speaking my language.
Oh, didn't you hear? We are in a cult. You know, the atheist cult.
I did hear that. I did
We're in a
You
cult.
hear
know.
that the
Hold on.
reason,
When did I join the cult?
I'll explain. Apparently, because we decide that if a certain content creator is going to platform a transphobic, racist piece of shit, we're
Oh,
not interested in watching them anymore. We are an atheist cult who is trying to destroy democracy, I think was the
yep,
gist.
What happened
yep.
that I missed?
Uh, well, did you ever watch Myth Vision?
Myth Vision? No, I haven't watched that in a while now.
Okay, you can go ahead and unsubscribe and save yourself
Yeah.
some trouble and some drama.
Oh,
That's
Or you can go ahead and watch their last few videos, giggle to yourself, and then decide what you want to do. I'm not telling anybody to unsubscribe from him. I'm
hey,
just
that
telling them that he is willing to platform people who have some very unpleasant
people
views, who they
who
that what which
Do we have here?
furthermore they refuse
We have one.
to address. Not even like they just refuse to apologize for. That would be one thing. But they refuse to even address that these views may be problematic. This
yalla.
Bob
yeah,
dude.
I
Goodness.
will. I was
Good.
just going with he could do that because he's already not watched for a while, so
No, I mean
Oh,
it might be
there
worth
is
saving
that.
yourself the
Honestly,
headache.
he has
I
gotten a
Uh,
forgot.
lot more traffic than he's gotten in a while just
Uh,
recently because of the scandal.
yep,
I
yep,
forgot about
that's
the
fair.
clickbait. Goodness.
Mm.
But see,
I'm leaving the atheist
Let's not
cult.
get caught off guard.
interestingly enough, I stopped watching before the
Whatever tray
initial
you grab,
time that
Mm.
there's a trap.
he separated from the guy he's in trouble for
Let's
Well,
see what
yeah,
else.
and that's the
platforming again.
thing.
Who's he in
But
trouble for
That's
but
why.
platforming?
Well, that's why it
I
makes me think that it's kind of a fame grab, because
it
he,
might be
yeah,
because
I don't
like
know.
well for me, uh, I remember watching and I found Derek was kind of just full of himself too much for my
Mhm.
liking.
Plaque is a mystery to
Uh,
Mm.
me.
reminded me a little too much of people who I knew in my past. And then he had he would work with that Gnostic informant in Gnostic
Gnostic
informant,
Mm-hmm.
just always
You
derailing
mean
the conversations into the weirdest directions, and I
the
was
anti-Semitic conspiracy theorist dirtbag who has spent a good deal of his career platforming the wildest shit?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that one.
I'm sadly
And
familiar.
It's not like this is the first time he's platformed an asshole, you know?
And see, that's the problem. Like, not only is this not the first asshole, this isn't the first time he's gotten in trouble for platforming this particular asshole. So, I mean,
But
it.
this is the first time he's been getting this
See,
much
I
coverage
find this hilarious.
about it.
In
True.
his description, he says, "And we really want to take down authoritarian cults like Scientology, Jehovah's Witnesses, Children of God, FLDS, and other harmful cults." And then he's out here accusing random atheists of being in a cult. I don't think he knows how
No,
cults
Oh,
work.
I mean, if you listen to
I.
his thing, he goes through like the whole social media profile of someone and picks out all the things that people mention on social media. Oh, my car got broken into. This sucks. Like just random things, and says, "Isn't this person a psychopath?" And I mean, like, he's naming names. He is.
Dang.
My
Dang.
car got broken into. That sucks. Yeah, yeah. Total psychopath. Absolute.
Right?
You
He's
know,
literally like,
anybody who thinks that it sucks that their car got broken into,
I don't know if she's on drugs or
Hold up.
is
something, but why
I
would
got a
someone?
response to a comment. This is going to be my only response to this sort of, you know, what's the term I'm looking for? Like, this is kind of more like political,
Be cautious.
community drama, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And that is, I see a comment from Cafe saying, and platforming and getting after him for platforming an asshole when Derek didn't know about his political views and then giving him shit for it does seem like cultish behavior. I have some
No, because
bad
he
news
did
for you,
know.
Cafe. He knew about this for years.
There's a trap.
And
Years.
he was informed firstly when this first happened. And saying, he's been acting this way towards people. He's got this blog of saying horrible shit about marginalized people
Oh yeah.
and acting like, 1940s Looney Tunes had it right regarding like black people. Like, that's not great. And
And
so it was brought to his attention, and Derek said, "Okay, yeah, this does not look good. This is bad." But the thing
and
is
also,
he was focusing
and
on
that
how
was
it
3
looked.
years
Wait.
ago.
Yeah,
if I
that was
remember
3 years
correctly,
ago.
How
But
it looked for the channel.
let Nick finish.
The main point being that that when it was brought to his attention, Derek realized that it would not be good for his channel. He seemed to talk about that for the most part. He did also acknowledge all of the issues. Like, he understood that these were issues. And people were, saying to him in private first that, you know, paying this guy is going to be harmful in the long run. And of course, anytime he interviews someone, he pays them. And that this guy, Bob Price, he can't be separated. His scholarship cannot be separated from his personal views because he always brings up his personal views and he always uses his position to hurt people who can't fight back.
I'm
And
just
so,
checking something.
because of that, he ultimately decided it would be better in the long run to try to get Bob Price to apologize. Bob Price doubled down, refused to apologize, and then Derek was like, "Why don't you just do it even if you don't mean it?" Which it's like, okay, well then you don't know the problem. Anyway, Bob Price refused and then said, "Okay, I guess we're not friends anymore." Apparently they got back together.
Oh,
They're friends again. They live close together again, and no apology was made. No attempt to, change for the better, learn what the issues are, hold oneself
Even
accountable, all that.
not even any acknowledgement of, yes, my views are very different from yours. And I understand and respect that. I mean, even as little as that would have been something, you know?
Yeah, and I double checked on the Gnostic informant dude in case I was misremembering, and I'm not.
mhm.
He's the same guy who adheres to a form of Gnosticism that proclaims that the God of the Jewish people in the Old Testament is the devil, proclaiming this idea that essentially Jews are devil worshippers, which is a wildly anti-Semitic trope. So if he's
Wow.
platforming this guy, yeah, no, huge no.
Yeah,
Um,
well, I mean, that was a while back. The latest drama isn't about him, but yeah, he has platformed him too, you
yeah,
know.
Yeah.
multiple times. I went back and checked his video history multiple times, and it's
Yeah.
like, no, Gnostic Informant's a wild dude who has everything from wild conspiracy theories to just anti-Semitic arguments. Like, straight up yelled at a rabbi about how he thinks he knows the Torah better than the rabbi in question.
Oh, for Christ's sake. I
Um,
mean, and Pengapostate really had it right this morning when he was like, okay, have these people on your show, but let them know that you're going to argue against the ideas you don't agree with. And if that's the case, if you're like, I really want this particular person that has some bad ideas on my show because they're really great about this other thing, which is what he's trying to say now. He's trying to
See,
say,
yeah.
I didn't have him on about this stuff. I had him on about this entirely other thing. I mean,
But
there might
that just doesn't
even be
happen with Bob, Like that's just
no, I mean, it doesn't.
you
And
can't.
that's part of the problem. But even if he tried to be a like, hey, you know what? You have some problematic views. Let's address them a little bit and then get into what we really want to talk about, which is the stuff, Even it's just he could have done it in so many ways without basically and he not basically, literally, he was literally saying that Dr. Robert what's his butt was the victim here. He said it straight out so many times. He said he was being dehumanized. He said he himself was being dehumanized. And I'm like, it's just
I that
in this country, apparently being called a racist is worse than actually being a racist.
uh, apparently, uh, God forbid I, you know, say, hey, I think you're up your own ass, and uh, me watching your media isn't worth looking at a bigot's face or
Oh,
hearing his
no,
mouth
no.
speak.
That's
I,
cancel
I,
culture,
uh,
quote unquote.
but it's, you know,
Okay,
hey,
so
cafe, you sure, he's not gonna convince him to drop those views. And also, Bob Price's information is older than I am. So
Yeah.
this is the
Well,
information that I have from the other Bible scholar or the other scholars in his field who said that they're no longer going to go on Derek's channel. So,
yeah.
uh,
Which he
have
blames
fun.
on
I guess watch your
certain people
30-year-old
for some reason.
knowledge.
Well,
But anyway, I figure Derek is
fine.
going the way of
I'm gonna hop off.
several of the people on the what was it, the Young Turks channel. They're sliding into right wing for somehow, for some reason, being on being becoming famous on social media somehow seems to make certain types of people more right wing. It's weird.
Yeah.
But I mean, we've seen it over and over again. It's a strange phenomenon.
I
If
mean,
I were a scientist, I'd study it.
that was basically my um my conversation about it is we keep having to deal with the fascist, whether they're KKK, MAGA, Nazi or whatever, and like whether or not they're so harmful and hurtful to members of the community that we should or shouldn't talk to them, and the conversation keeps going and going that way, and I'm like, I mean,
Can't afford to stay.
do I need to know how much shit is in my shit sandwich before I stop biting into it? It it's it's it's
You'd
got shit
think
in it.
even a tiny bit of shit would be
It
enough, but it's
I
not.
Surprised you spotted me.
It's not for any of us, really. I mean, you and I are still eating shit sandwiches. We know we are.
yeah, somewhere I am. Well, I mean, I
Well, we're still.
I
Oh no! Now I'm gonna get real
minimum wage.
radical. We're still cooperating with capitalism. So until we
Yeah.
stop doing that, we're all eating shit sandwiches.
Hey, I
Oh my
keep
God! Now
talking.
everybody knows how far left I am.
Oh
Have a good one,
no.
I'm
Brigham.
gonna be
I'll
Oh
see you
canceled.
later.
no.
Everybody's gonna. Oh,
Uh.
what?
Brigham said that
Oh
he's gonna
no.
bounce.
Oh, see you later.
Have a good night,
Oh, oops.
Brigham.
I forgot. Brigham is actually a capitalist too. That's one
Oh.
of the things we disagree on. Though I don't think that's why he left. He often needs to leave suddenly.
No, he
So
said he's
I
got
doubt
stuff to
that's
do.
why he actually. Yeah, I
That's fair.
figured.
Um, I I believed that capitalism was the way until I looked into it, and it was really weird when I looked into it. The people who were most staunchly saying, "Hey, this is a bad idea, and we should really, really do something else or put more checks and balances, and we really need to get out of this belief in what's it called, the hand thing, the invisible hand of the marketplace."
Oh God.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
the
So
laissez-faire
The
policies. Yeah,
the invisible giant butt plug of the marketplace, you mean?
Yeah. So weirdly, it's the
I'm sorry, Vic.
it's this.
Sooner or later, you're gonna kick me off all your streams
I don't know if that's
because
possible.
I always go one step too far, don't I?
Better boots.
That's why you're here. You're to make up for my lack of, well, okay, I won't say lack of personality anymore. I'll say mayo personality.
You
You
have
do
plenty
not
of
have a
personality when we're
Mayo
talking
personality.
personally, so
You
don't
just
even
don't like
try.
broadcasting your personality.
I'm
Which is
sorry, I didn't
fine.
hear what you said, Jester. Could you repeat that, please?
Ooh. I said you have plenty of personality. You just don't like broadcasting that personality.
I struggle. I struggle with broadcasting it.
Hmm.
It's
Hmm.
it's I'm neutral on whether or not, I'd actually as far as whether I like or dislike casting it isn't, I'm neutral. But actually
Mm.
doing it, that's, I'm not really skilled in that regard. So
Yeah.
Well, you've got to admit we have some great one-on-one conversations. You
yeah,
really, I mean, trying to say you have no personality is definitely not accurate. You are engaging and intelligent and delightful.
This is why I'm trying to get into the hanging out behind the scenes club, but I suck
you
and
should
you know,
just whenever you can. It's meant to be chill.
Yeah.
So
I know. The problem is
Tonight has
not that
been
it's not
even less
chill.
chill. Usually, I'll bring up, I'll wander into politics a time or two, but tonight, I don't know. My brain is on drama.
lock picking impossible. Okay, guess I can't go
Yeah,
this way.
but the weird thing when I looked into it was that the people who were staunchly saying, "Hey, we need to do something about capitalism," were it's this weird group of people called I think they're in a cult. They're called economists. Uh, you know,
My dad, my dad had a doctorate in economics.
and and would he agree with me?
Well, eh, no. Sadly, I have to say that as far as I know, he believed in trickle down economics. And I'm not sure why, because he was really, 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 really smart. But on the other hand, he was also Mormon. So he had certain blind spots.
Mm, that happens. More I was saying, like, would he agree that his that he had a lot of fellow economists who were saying, "Hey, there's something wrong with this capitalism thing."
Oh, I'm not sure, actually, as far as that one goes.
Okay.
I have to admit, I was less involved in politics than I wish I were before he died, because frankly, he would have been an excellent resource.
Yeah, sounds like.
Well, plus, I just, I miss his hugs. He
Aw.
had the best hugs.
Oh gosh, that's what
He
I'm
just,
so afraid of about losing my dad. He's the best hugger.
yeah.
Uh,
And his laugh,
Oh, is it a belly laugh?
it was the hugest belly laugh.
That's what dads are good
I
for.
am I'm trying to develop that belly laugh skill, but
You just have to let it go. You just have to feel the laugh inside your entire body.
At the ready.
I do it when I can.
you must feel the power coursing through you
Well,
and
I
just
mean, yes,
let it
but
go.
the power is just
Uh,
letting yourself enjoy something that much.
I I was trying to make it all Star Warsy, and I think I failed my dialogue tree
No,
because
actually,
it's
you didn't. I think I
okay.
ruined it with my
wish to live in more interesting
slightly too
times.
dry humor. I was
Okay.
trying to be like the straight guy for you to continue to play off of, but
Oh,
I
okay.
think I didn't quite. Yeah, we're gonna have to keep bantering more so we catch each
Yeah.
other's timing a little better. I think we're going to have some excellent, very entertaining banter once we catch each other's timing just a
Yeah, yeah,
touch better than we currently do.
I just wasn't sure. Like, I felt like I wasn't nailing the
No, but
Luke
I saw exactly where you were going.
Lucas dialogue, because like he would
No. I
like,
totally caught the Star Wars
oh, okay,
esque
cool. Because
reference of it.
my thing was, I'm like, Lucas would have had at least 3 more unnecessary sentences in that.
True, but I definitely felt the gist.
Okay.
And my response was too dry for you to hear that I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm right on top of you." You know what I
Okay.
mean?
We got this. We'll get
But
there.
yeah, we were vibing. We were vibing. Don't worry,
We
Vic. We're
we
gonna
will
have
get
some
there. We'll
excellent
get through the
banter.
night.
Give us a couple weeks.
Get
I
there,
know.
get
Yeah, a
there.
couple weeks.
Uh and no one knows why the hell I said that like that, because uh I'm
Ah,
the
father.
only person in the fucking world who had the Prince of Egypt soundtrack. Yep, the only person in the entire world.
That was one of the less
Mhm.
popular ones of the DreamWorks movies, unfortunately.
Which is sad, because while I don't like agree with, I mean, well,
Well,
I
you
mean
just think of it as a fairy
it's a
tale.
weird, yeah, it like that's my other thing. Like I like I don't know. I was talking about the myths and things and story, like describing them as stories the other day, and somebody goes, or myths, in the chat while I'm part of a panel on stream, and I'm like, well, yeah, that's what myths are. They're stories. They're
Yeah.
just stories with
They're
religions
stories
behind
about
them.
incredibly powerful supernatural characters, generally speaking.
Yep, yep.
16.
Um, although I tend to prefer the slightly less powerful characters
The
that show up in
demigod
them.
type myths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also kind of like the fact
Well,
that, like,
I always thought Superman was overpowered and boring.
yeah, I mean, that's a lot of DC characters, but like that's like, and it's hard to parse, because I understand a lot of people don't like
Oh,
Batman
wow.
because he does
Oh,
seem to be
I
just
love
dark
that so
brooding.
much.
But
Oh,
like,
Vic, what's up? Hold on. Oh
Oh,
wow,
it
what,
was
Vic?
no, I RNG. I got the power.
are did you do good RNG or bad? That sounded like bad
Bad.
RNG.
It was just a total miss.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I hope you recover. There is the, like, karma dice. Do you have karma dice?
Yeah, I do have that on.
Okay. So you have a good shot still. Um
Actually, I need to take a sudden bio break because,
Sure.
I'm middle-aged and things happen suddenly sometimes. So I'm
I
going
feel you
to
there.
mute for a minute.
The IBS is real. So, Vic,
Yeah,
how are you?
I'm all right. How you doing?
I am doing reasonably okay. I uh had that wonderful thing that happens to me where after 4 days of straining my spine, it informed me that my knee didn't exist again, and that's always
Oh,
a thing. Yep.
you should stop doing that.
I mean, I'd love to. Unfortunately, nobody wants to let me not do that.
Oh, I do have a very unnecessary question for you.
What?
Uh, are you able to see the game stream?
Yes.
Could you tell me if the, you know, standard bard get up uh looks better on this character, or if I should go with this leather armor? It's just aesthetic. They're otherwise the exact same.
I like. Ooh, fuck. Damn it. I mean, I like that. I I I like the leather. The which is sort of annoying because that jerkin was I can I see the other one again?
Uh-huh.
Give it time to catch up. Do. Because I think. See, I think this is actual armor. And the other one is fantasy armor, but also I'm a fantasy person and I like
Yep.
leather armor. It's you know,
Yep.
I mean, let's face it, it's leather and
Right?
I'm but a man. I'm but a man.
Yeah, and I'm a woman and it's sexy as F.
Yeah.
So leather jerkin over, or sorry, leather armor over simple jerkin. I was combining them.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame.
No,
I like
I
the
can't
colors,
see.
but
So I'm just saying that leather armor molded to a character's body is always sexy because
It
I can't see, so that's just a general opinion.
I mean that's kind of what we're that's essentially the choice here is go for, something that's like gaudy and it's more medieval. Like
not really
actually it's
gaudy.
a
It's
little
pretty simple, but
well
also I
I mean,
don't
yes.
like the like I I've never liked that like plus signs multiplied on a armor.
It's a little, yeah, it's a little
Like
busy.
but like her jerkin it might just be I'm not the most knowledgeable, but it looks gambesini, which is a type of armor like you'd
I know what
wear
you're talking
you would
about. Honestly, I would say it's kind of more of a, I don't know. I've seen a gambeson. I don't know if this could be a gambeson. It's definitely a tunic.
Well, I'm
Uh,
saying more. It's along the lines of Gambison. It's not
yeah.
quite, but it's just, it has that Gambison-y quality. You can see um there's more than just a pattern to that cross hatching. It does seem that there's like sewing lines there. And those sewing lines are actually to create resistance. So yeah.
I got you, Andrew. I got you. I won't repeat it, but I got you.
So, you want to go Seze or practical?
Says he.
Yeah. So the reason why I would feel like on a different character, I'd go for the simple jerkin, but for like for this character, she's an elf, and it just kind of it doesn't fit very well. It feels like it's out of place. So I'm gonna go
Uh,
with the leather armor.
I mean, I could turn my camera on cafe and you could watch me very lazily play um
Oh my God, please
1800s
finish that
GTA.
sentence.
I'm trying.
He was about to. I didn't hear it. What was it?
No, I
Uh,
apologize, but like the pause made me very nervous. Not like in real life, but like,
I'm trying. It's the words thing.
I know, but
I'm
please
playing
end on.
1880s
Covers the plan.
GTA
A dead
Okay.
Whoever worshipped
or
him must be a god.
1890s. Yeah, it's 1890s.
I could turn my camera on because I'm playing ...
Okay.
No, I'm teasing. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. This was supposed to be funny, but never mind. I'm tired.
Okay.
I was trying to tease you because like jerks on the internet will be like jerky on the internet, or maybe I just mostly frequented the wrong parts of the internet until recently, but I'm sorry. That was not at all as funny as it was in my head.
Interesting.
Little bunny foo foo, I don't wanna see you hopping through the forest.
Well, don't stop
Bopping him
now.
on the head.
Those poor bunnies. Or
Oh
those
no,
poor
the bunny
field
was
mice.
actually the mean one in this story.
Yeah, I misspoke. I'm tired.
Yeah, so little bunny Foo Foo would hop through the forest and he'd take the little field mice and bop them on the head.
Yeah, Barney
The
told
good
me.
fairy came down and said, stop it. I'll give you 3 chances, and if you don't stop bopping these poor field mice, have consequences. So, he did it 2 more times, and then she says, little bunny foo foo, I told you I don't want to see you scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head. I gave you 3 chances, and now I'll turn you into a goon. And the moral of the story is, hair today, goon tomorrow.
Goon?
Yeah, no, I know. It makes no sense.
I'm just
Sorry, I'm being particularly non sequitory this
I
evening,
know.
I think.
I was just thinking about the relatively new term of a
Something the matter?
gooner. It's yeah, yeah.
Oh no, I can't tell that joke, that stupid song story joke anymore.
I
If
mean,
goon has become something gross or bad or something.
it's well, I mean, it's not exactly gross or bad. It's just possibly not something you want your children looking up. For reasons along the lines that they say, will nobody think of the children when they talk about trans people, but this is actually something that is those lines. Yeah.
Always room for more.
What?
Uh, it's masturbating. A gooner is someone who masturbates. How's that?
Oh,
I didn't
Yes.
know that.
I
So,
did not know that either.
uh, your
Hmm.
children could go, "What is a goon?"
I
and look
mean,
it
like,
up and run into the wrong part of the internet.
But I do
could be,
know
could
of
be.
gooning, which is like, and you could
Yeah.
Yes.
also be a goon if you're gooning, which is when you're like out, tracking at night in the forest.
Yeah, there's
True. I've heard that used too.
I mean, also, what
Though,
is an
frankly,
evil mastermind without his goons? Just,
exactly. Another good point. But frankly, I think that last joke was um I listened I listened to this. My parents bought this cassette set of kids songs, and my favorite was We Sing. It was the We Sing collection, and my favorite was We Sing Silly Songs, and this was on the We Sing Silly Songs, and I think they added that pun at the end, and it's a bit of a stretch, honestly.
oh,
Hmm.
I mean, like, I'll turn you into a goon. That doesn't make much sense.
yeah, it also, d- I, it, it's not with the flow of the song,
Right? Yeah.
which,
So, maybe just leave that last bit out either way because, well, it is nostalgic, that's for sure. My parents and I
nostalgia.
used to go on these long car trips. We would go, we lived on the East Coast, and both of my parents' families lived in Idaho and New Mexico. And every 2 years, we'd have family reunions. And so we'd go on a car trip, me and my three brothers and two parents in a minivan would go on a car trip and camp the whole way, all the way to Idaho to go to my mom's family reunion, and then to New Mexico to go to my dad's family reunion, and back around the southern United States back to home. It was about a 6 week trip. And the music that was playing in the car during all those hours of driving really has made a very big impact on me. And We Sing Silly Songs was unfortunately part of that. You should hear me sing There's a Hole in the Bucket, Dear Eliza, Dear Eliza.
Uh-huh.
Oh my. Careful singing that. You will, you will summon a stuffed Jedi bear.
Oh no, not a stuffed Jedi bear.
Why am I blanking on his name? He's hilarious and adorable. Such things that I must.
It was also during those trips that cemented my love of early folk rock. Well, not early folk rock, early, all of it, folk rock. Just that was a genre my parents liked a lot. So we had a lot of cassettes of let's see.
Oh.
Mhm. I had a kid version of a cassette player that had little microphones on it
Mm-hmm.
Oh
so that
yeah.
you could sing along with the cassette player.
So cute.
So I had the Talk Boy. Um,
Oh my gosh, you did?
yeah, not to brag or anything, but I
I
had a
know,
Talk
but you were
Boy.
you were one of those kids who had got the talk boy.
Yep.
No, yeah,
Excuse
you
me, Mr.
deserve to brag.
President.
Yeah,
I
fancy pants.
I didn't even ask for it. I just got it because my parents thought it would be cool, and uh I gotta say they were absolutely right. The only thing that they might have done better is maybe they should have gotten two, because yeah, it's just, it's just
It's not as much
very.
fun.
No, the problem, like, well, there was a lot of fun
We go again.
that we both wanted to use it, and we do like these little news
Oh,
reports.
yeah.
The problem would be that there never came a part at which we didn't really want to keep playing with the Talk Boy. There just came a point in time where we wanted to stop dealing with each other.
Yeah, no, I
So,
get that. My younger brother and I are only 17 months apart, and we got a lot of joint gifts. So I'm
mhm.
feeling it.
Yeah. Well, there wasn't, there shouldn't technically have been a custody battle
Oh,
because it was mine. It
lighter.
was 100% mine. It was my gift. The problem was that possession in my house was 9/10 of the law. If
Leash.
it didn't matter who actually owned it, it tended to come down to who was in possession, and seeing as she was older than me.
Mm. You know, I've got to say, as much as I really wanted to have kids close together, there are
Uh-huh.
certain benefits to having my kids 11 years apart.
Like the fact that, they can just walk away from each other because when one
Sibling
of them wants to
rivalry
play
isn't
in.
really so much of a thing.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
there's nothing that my cousin, who was 11 years older than me, had that I couldn't look at and go, I'm bored of this. Or sorry, there were lots of things I could say that to. There wasn't really anything that I could go, I want this.
Right.
At least not to a thing. Granted, there were some times where, like, um, I I could not play certain video games in the presence of my nieces and
Sure.
nephews when
Yeah.
I was
And
watching them,
and
because
right.
yeah,
And
they
with
want
my
to
kids
play it.
there was a little bit of that. There was my older kid, especially for the first couple years, was would occasionally get jealous of how much attention the baby needed, you know. And then there were things that my older kid would get annoyed that they couldn't do or say because the baby was there and they had to wait until the baby went to bed to do certain things. And yeah, so even that
Yeah,
far apart, there is still a certain measure of
That
sibling
was
contention because that's just going to happen.
well, my point was mostly just like, I had video games, therefore they wanted to play them.
Right.
And if I was playing a save file, I don't want to share my save file.
Oh,
Um,
sure. Though it are do you ever want your own kids?
uh, I mean, I'm 34 at this point. It
Yeah, but
feels like it's getting quite late for that. Part of
you're
me would like
no
them.
shut
I
okay, shut up. You're
don't.
34. You still have time to decide. You haven't decided yet, and that's just fine.
Well, it's more like I would like them. I would just like them in like a different world or a different country, at least one where,
Uh,
people
Understood with
matter.
that. Yeah, no, totally understood. But I'll give you a tip
Hmm.
because it's a really good one. So your kids want to play your video games with you because they see daddy playing video games, and so of course they want to play video games. And this will work with
Hmm.
any kid. Well, any kid under maybe 5. Give them an unhooked controller. They won't even know they're not controlling anything.
I've done that once.
Um, my cousins were too old for that trick.
Well, yes, like I said, after a certain age it stops working, but with littles, it works like a charm.
Yeah, also, I can tell you, my dad, uh, actually, I can say this with pride, that
Your dad
anytime
did that to
somebody,
you?
uh, well, here's the thing. Anytime somebody brought that up, my dad would get mad.
Huh.
Like, it took a while to find out why. It turns out that, that one never worked on me.
You had
Now,
too good hand-eye coordination, too young. Naughty guy.
Well, it
oh,
wasn't that I had to. Well, I don't know. It was like I recognized that what was going on screen had nothing to do with what I was doing,
That's
because I
hand-eye
was
coordination.
doing too good. Wait, why am I? I didn't even know he had a personal channel? What the fuck? I am so glad. I just found there's a Derek Lambert recovery channel, and bye. I'm trying to find the channel that I was referencing earlier. Unfortunately, it keeps wanting to just like remind me of like the same people, as if I missed Joe's Kentucky Atheist and Maya Adkison and Ember, which I don't mind, you know, seeing their names. It's just
Right. It's just like,
This
okay,
is the
we
fourth
know.
time.
Thank you.
Waste.
This is the fourth time I've
You don't
scrolled
have to show it
past.
to us every time. We're already subscribed.
Well, this is the list of subscribers. I'm just sitting here and I'm going, listen, I'm
Oh,
going through the letter D, and I have seen
yeah.
Ember's name 4 times. So,
Well, I mean, most content creators have several channels. I mean, that's just because
it's
that's the
not
way to beat
different
the
channels.
algorithm.
It's not different channels. They're
It's not.
showing me, yeah, they're just showing me ones that they know that I frequent.
I hate
They're
computers.
it's YouTube trying to direct me and get me to channels that they know that I watch and engage with a lot.
Yeah.
I'm like, I mean, that's cool, but that's not if it was somebody who I regularly got into, I wouldn't need to scroll through here.
Right. You'd go straight to them. Or you'd have the notifications turned on. Like the ones I'm really concerned about knowing that they have something new out, I have the notifications turned on. That's the point of the notifications, right?
Yeah. This is somebody who I enjoy. He tends to stream when there's another stream going on that I prefer, or
Hmm.
he's streaming when I am still in bed or at work. And yeah. Oh, look at that. I'm apparently still subscribed to Earl. Bye, Earl. We can leave that in the past.
At the ready.
Oh, I don't know if
Early
either of you,
dynamite. Goodbye,
if
Earl.
any of you listen.
What?
Victory awaits.
And the music note.
Okay. Weird Earl.
I will not know failure.
Weird Earl wasn't as fun as, Weird Al.
Weird Al. Nobody's as fun as Weird Al.
Also, Weird Earl wasn't as, musical either. Yep. Man, okay. Yeah, I feel like you stopped posting, ma'am, because I used to watch your shorts all the time. Uh, More people need to see this channel, though. Jessica Steinrock, Intimacy Coordinator. She, created her field. She makes sure that filming love scenes in movies is as
Oh,
non-awkward
heard.
for the actors and actresses as possible.
Heard of that job. I think it's a very, very good thing to come to filmmaking.
Yeah, Jessica Steinrock apparently created the field. She was in
That's
the
amazing.
film industry and just like recognized the problem and pointed it out.
Yeah, that's hitting the lottery.
Yep.
Recognizing a problem that you can solve and learn and knowing how to market the fact that you can solve it.
Oh, hey, that's weird. Dear YouTube, I am subscribed with the bell turned on to Kip Davis. Why the hell do I never see his videos?
Right?
I
I've
have a
had that a couple
couple I
times
have a
now.
couple of yeah, I have a couple of things like that too.
Oof. Oh no. Oh, oof. That's a We won't open that box tonight.
What am I to do? Blackets will be done.
I'm just laying in
Yes.
bed with my eyes closed,
Never a dull
and you
moment.
guys are in my headphones in my ears. I'm just
Well,
chilling. I mean, there is a certain serenity to listening to the feed and interacting without actually paying visual attention. I
well, I
still miss
mean,
my
you
computer though.
can't
I want
even
it
see
back and
it.
I want to watch play.
I scrolled past Crack in the Box, which some of you may remember that story, some of you may not. It's touching, it's heartwarming, it's sad. It's every dog movie, but about a human being, so worse. Mage! That's it. Mage's Media Musings.
Blackets will be done.
Excellent choice.
And everybody
I have
went what?
Mage's Media Musings is one of the YouTube channels you subscribe to that
Time to
doesn't
rest.
get fed to you often.
Yeah, he's on at a weird time. It's because of um the one you were singing about um the bucket.
Yeah, there's a hole in the bucket.
Yes. He is very, very fond. He does a wheel towards the end of his show, and he will sing
Which way to the
sing
nearest
whatever song comes, but he generally still sings "There's a Hole in My Bucket."
Well,
Dear Liza, there's a hole in the bucket. Dear Liza, a hole. Then fix it, dear Henry. I will not go on for the rest of the song because you'll all hate me if I do, dear friends.
That's
so
a dirty lie. So,
Miss Non Sequitur,
Yes, my dear.
I have been asked to inform you of the arrival of your little sister.
Oh,
Still alive.
Isabella's
Survived
here?
progress.
Indeed.
Isabel Rodriguez is in our audience.
Hi,
Um,
my love. Hold on.
and
I am so sorry I didn't see you. I have not been paying any attention to my screen. Here, let me
Sure,
get you up here.
you are
Here we
not
go.
obligated to. That's why I'm here. So I will I'm
Thank
starting
you,
to feel the
Vic.
sleepiness. Um
So we're gonna shut down in a little while here.
we're starting to wind down. So, when I find
Okay.
a good stop, I'm gonna look for a good stopping place.
All right. Sounds good.
that's fair. I am
I'm
annoying
sorry,
after a
sweetheart.
while.
I did not see you. Do you see? Do you see her new what you call it, avatar? Isn't it classy?
Let me take a look. Hold on.
IR.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
look at that.
the
That's very
initials.
pretty.
Yeah, I like it a lot. We were talking about it the other night. I've been busy all weekend, so I've barely seen you, babe.
All right. Time for me to hunt a rat.
We talking metaphorically? We talking
We are sadly talking very literally. I am
Oh,
hunting a literal rat in Red Dead Redemption 2.
you are talking, you are not talking really, 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 really. You know, I had fruit trees in my backyard, and back when I lived in Bountiful. And the
Mhm.
thing about fruit trees is if when they start dropping their fruit, if you don't pick it up and keep your yard clean, it will attract
Yes.
animals
Yep.
very much. And we lived next to a open field. So, you know, they didn't even have to come far.
Well,
And so every late summer, early fall, our dog Keanu, who was um,
Reef.
a Chihuahua mix, but definitely had some terrier in him, would well do his job. He
Very,
wasn't.
very good.
Yeah, he was good at it. And the only time I was ever upset about it was the time he brought one in and literally laid it on my lap in my bed.
I think aren't there like
That
more people in here?
your good boy wanted you to know that he loved you, so he brought you a present.
I realized that. And there was part of me that was a little sad that he got rewarded
No
by
lock?
an
No key?
actual
How's it
blood
open?
curdling scream and a leap out of bed. But I'm not very sorry about it.
It's okay. It's in the past.
Yeah, oh, he was such a good boy, though. He
No
really
lock?
was.
No handle?
He before then he'd
How's it
always left
open?
them on the back porch. He didn't even bring them into the doggy door, but for some reason that night he was especially proud of himself. Horrible.
Our cat brought our dog, uh, in a rare show of actually in admitting that she liked the dog because she absolutely pretended she hated the dog. She
Well,
brought him,
of course she did, because she's a cat, because cats are clearly superior.
yes.
I mean,
Uh,
not to me. I actually like dogs more, but don't tell my housemate cat that, because she's
I,
pretty convinced that I worship her.
secret safe with me.
Okay, good. Thank you.
But
That's how I call myself.
yeah, she brought the dog a live baby bunny.
Open up.
How did
Uh,
that go?
Oh
and
my
I
feelings are all sorts of mixed.
uh I came home to this rodeo
Oh
because
no.
she brought the rabbit into the house to give to the dog. And when I got home, everybody was shouting and hollering in the basement. And so I dropped my backpack, grabbed something long and heavy. I don't remember what it was. And I ran to the basement, and everybody is just trying to get the bunny out from under the wood pile. Which, to be clear, the reason
Funny.
that she brought the bunny home alive was not with the intent that the dog would um toy with it until it died.
Huh.
Our dog actually had caught a few bunnies in the past, and he would just sit there with them between his paws and lick them.
Oh, those poor bunnies, they were probably so scared.
They probably were, but at the same time, the kitty brought Doggy a pet.
Yes. Yes. So it's
Poor
adorable and
traumatized bunny,
uh
but
also the bunny got uh um the bunny lived on our back porch for less than a week and died of trauma.
yeah.
Not 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 in injury, just like
No, I mean, honestly, baby
fear.
bunnies aren't meant to be away from their families, and it's
Yeah.
very, very hard to keep them alive if they are away from their families. That's just the way it
Yeah.
goes.
Like it it was just cute that the cat brought the dog a
Yeah.
pet.
Animals are weird.
Yep. Oh, anyway,
I have the best animal pet.
I did successfully hunt the rat, so
Oh,
you know,
well, then you better take care
Arthur
of that.
Arthur Morgan, vicious outlaw, accomplished hunter who's taken down several quote unquote legendary animals. Uh,
Also managed
Also
to kill a
managed
rat.
to kill a rat.
Mm, delightful.
In fact,
He's as good as a Chihuahua Terrier mix.
I mean, the annoying part to me is that uh what's going on here is there's like you're one of the side activities is to try and hunt perfect pelts off of animals so that you can create um uh things out of their animal skins.
Rat
And
is included.
not only is rat included, but I need a total of 16 perfect rat pelts. And no, I cannot justify that. I
I mean, it's a video game. You can, doesn't matter, but
Yeah, I hate it. There's like the let's see. They're both for hats. There's the rat flat cap. Um and then there is a
and
rat infantry
Red Dead
party hat.
Redemption is fairly well based in history, isn't it? If I recall correctly from what I've read.
I mean, yes, but like some of these outfits are kind of silly. Like
Okay.
like I
I might
need
have to look and see if people wore rat skin hats because frankly, I'm not sure I'd be surprised.
are you familiar with a hardy hat?
No, not off the top of my head.
Okay, they're kind of like musketeer hats, but crossed with a cowboy hat. You'll have
Mm-hmm.
one side popped up and the other side out straight. Um, and they
Ah,
were
okay, yes. I know the kind of hat you're I'm picturing the kind of hat you're talking about.
okay, so yeah, it's an infantry hat. So
Mm-hmm.
here I need a perfect goat hide that I have, and 6 perfect rat pelts, of which technically I do have them. It's just that I want to get the flat cap first, because that requires more
That
pelt.
feels excessive.
But and for the perfect goat hide and 6 perfect rat pelts, I can get a rat infantry hardy hat. And this thing does include a ring of like you have a rat's face and a ring of rat tails with little rat paws poking out of it along the
Oh
brim.
no, thank you.
Like it's ab yeah, that's the other reason I prefer getting the flat cap, because that's just a furry flat cap. Um like it's funny. It clearly exists to be a funny joke thing that somebody might wear for a less dignified playthrough of the game, but also like it's so annoying that I need so many for what's clearly in there as a joke. Like nobody is going to convince me that their canonical idea of Arthur Morgan's characters that he wore this hat.
Oh boy. All right. So here's what I'm gonna do. I've got to be careful because I am this close
You
to
know what?
falling
You got to take
asleep
care of
on stream.
yourself, baby. It's time to
Yeah.
shut us down.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm this close to just knocking out. So I'm gonna go ahead, save. I'm not gonna wait until I'm at a point because there have been a few times where I'm just like standing there trying my best not to
Mm.
fall asleep. Uh,
Well,
Yeah,
don't do that. Fall
don't do
asleep.
that.
Save
Fall
down
asleep
and fall
properly.
asleep properly.
Yes.
Uh,
We will see you next time, love, love.
we will.
you
We will.
both,
We
thank
will.
you so much. I really appreciate you coming to hang
And
out with
plus,
me tonight.
it's midnight and I have the kiddo home with me again. So I have to sleep regular
Right,
hours. So
right.
I gotta go to sleep too.
Yep.
This is
You're
fair.
keeping me honest, Vic.
Yeah, and I got work again tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be the last one for, until they're back from their little summer break thing, but definitely it's been a time crunch to get all
Right.
the emergency fires put out because
Bad
people
timing. Kinda.
people put it off until the last minute, and now
Right.
their
Exactly.
lack of planning is an emergency on my part.
Well, sure, that's what they pay you the giant big bucks for, right?
Oh, it was
I believe it is your lack of foresight does not I'm gonna skip a word because does not constitute a a an emergency on my part.
Next year, you should charge extra for emergency sessions.
Hey, there you go. Uh,
Well, we'll say good night to tonight, my darling, my friend, my other friends too, and my sweet little sister. I'll see you all again tomorrow, I'm sure, at some point or another online.
doo-doo.
all right. Okay, so I think we're all saved. Looks like it. And
Okay,
I'm gonna go ahead
that's
and
fair, Andrew. It is not a New York rat, so I do need more of them.
Andrew, to answer your question, I am using OBS. Yeah, sorry, I stopped looking at the chat when I started trying to stay awake for dear life.
It's called fading.
Yep. So, all right. I will chat with you all later. This will be done again. It's pretty much a Wednesday, sorry, not Wednesday, a Monday thing, every 9 p.m. on Mondays. And you know, it's a topic free for all. I personally um keep it light, but I'm happy to moderate conversations of, that maybe get a little more political or religious. But especially, after I've been working all day, I don't have the mental energy to to do like hardcore, you know, debate bro sort of thing. Although this is generally speaking, I'm to keep it open discussion here. So, thank
Yeah.
you so much for joining. We have with us left over Jester. So, Jester, would you like to tell us where you can be found afterwards?
Here, here, uh, here, and sometimes on the Kentucky Atheist. Uh,
That's awesome.
uh
On Mondays?
yeah. Uh, on Mondays, in fact, however, it's summer right now, so it's gonna be a lot harder to find me because Vacation Town. Yep. Vacation Town.
Sure. That makes sense. All right. Well, everybody, you're always welcome back. Um, you know, to hang out, and you know, we're here to chill, talk about silly things, sometimes serious things, sometimes just to help um lull ourselves to sleep. Uh, it's always nice to have a little something where you can just kind of be mindless right before bed and wind down for a good night's sleep. So thanks again for joining us. This has been Game and Gab. And next time we'll sign off. We'll attempt to sign off with Scratch. We haven't met Scratch yet, but we will soon, and I promise you, Scratch is the highlight of the game. So look forward to that.
Scratch.
Um, yes. You remember Scratch?
At the moment, I remember nothing.
Yeah, okay. All
What's
right.
my
It's pretty
name?
it's pretty late, so I don't blame you. So, all right.
Yeah.
I will catch you all later. Have a lovely night. Thanks for the game and gab.
Oh,
I
I
gotta
do
figure
remember
out.
Scratch.
I gotta do the thingy. How do I? It's too late. I can't remember anything. Here we are. Bye.